All right, dope. Hey, what's going on, guys? We're coming at you again with another Nutrition Live. So this week, we're going to be highlighting some food comparisons, and something we want to mention early on is if you guys have any questions whatsoever, throughout this while we're talking, just go ahead and shoot them down into the comments, and we'll answer them at the end. But again, so today, guys, we really want to be talking about how to help those of you out there who really struggle to get into a calorie deficit, what you can do from a food choice standpoint on deciding an option that's going to be more filling for you for the exact same amount of serving size. Obviously, we're going to show one that's a little bit where you get a little bit more actually when it comes to the serving size, but for a lot of these we're going to be showing that for the same amount of food you're going to get drastically different results from a calorie standpoint and a macronutrient standpoint. So really, the first one that we want to hammer home is the difference here, between ground turkey and 80-20 ground beef. We know these are two, really common, foods that people consume a lot of, whether, you're making, burger patties or you're just, eating a stir fry, in a pan. You can tell here you're getting a substantial amount of calories higher when you consume the 80-20 ground beef, and you're getting substantially less calories when you're consuming the ground turkey. And you can see, we have both labeled at 16 ounces. So you're getting the exact same amount of food, and you can even tell with the protein, they're pretty similar, give or take about, just 10 grams. Really not a huge substantial difference, but you can see you're almost literally consuming half of the amount of calories if you eat, or if you choose, the ground turkey option over the ground beef option. So, this is obviously the first example we're going to show. We're going to show some others, but again, this is kind of setting the tone of showing you guys, simple replacement decisions that can make a huge difference if you're someone out there that's trying to get and maintain a calorie deficit. So, as you guys can see, again, very similar protein, significantly less fat in the turkey, and significantly less calories in the turkey. And then I'm going to pass it over to Jackson for our next example, which is going to be cauliflower rice and jasmine rice, which is really popular for a lot of people.
Yep, so what we're going to talk about here is me and Zach are both on a lower carb diet. We're not keto, but we're on a lower carb diet. So this is definitely a substitution that we have made, and we suggest that a lot of you make as well. We're looking at the Uncle Ben's Ready Rice here. It's 500 calories, and this is for the whole container here. And then we're looking at the cauliflower rice over here, and that is for the whole container as well. If you look, the two serving sizes are different, but the cauliflower rice is actually more. So you're getting more food here, and you're going to be more satisfied for way less calories. 80 calories versus 500. If you look, the main difference is between the carbs, right? 16 versus 104. So that's a big substitute that you can make anytime you're going to make. Like a big one is Chinese food or Mexican food that requires rice in your recipe. One thing that you can do is switch it out for cauliflower rice. It's an easy switch. If you season it right, if you saute it and cook it right, it can have the same texture and taste just as good as well. So that's a good substitute right there.
Yeah, and we highly recommend that, guys. Cauliflower rice, it's all about what you do to it. So we highly recommend, actually cooking it with, other, proteins and things like that to add that flavor if you're someone who is used to rice. So this is another big protein example that we want to highlight. The difference between steak and salmon. Like, me being a big, red meat eater, before I ate a ton of steak, and you can see the substantial difference. In 18 ounces of steak, you're consuming 1,500 calories, when in 18 ounces of salmon, you're only consuming 810 calories. And you can see the protein differences, again, give or take, about 30 to 40 grams. But again, if you're someone whose goal is to lose weight, it's going to be more beneficial for you to consume more salmon than it is steak. And again, guys, with all of these examples, we are not telling you that, hey, look, like you have to consume one over the other. We are just showing, someone out there who may be struggling to get into a calorie deficit to lose weight, that you do have options here, that you do have the ability to decide between two different, protein sources where you're getting the same amount of food. So you're going to be satiated, you're going to be full, but you're consuming way less calories, okay? So again, that's the big piece here. And then fats too, you're getting 102 grams with your steak and only 42 grams with your salmon. So biggest difference here is just the calories, guys, because I think a lot of us, think of protein very generally. We don't really break down, well, how much really is, steak? How much really is salmon when it comes to caloric? So we really wanted to break this down for any of you that, may be struggling to decide, which protein source you should prioritize in your diet.
Cool. Another good example here is like if you're having a barbecue or a cookout and you want to throw some bratwurst on the grill, instead of the bratwurst, grab some chicken sausages. So if you look here, there's a big calorie difference. Both is one link, so it's exactly the same thing. You got a bratwurst, a Johnsonville brat is 260 calories. It's 21 grams of fat. The protein is basically the same, give or take 2 grams, but the fat is the main difference here. 21 compared to 5 grams in the pork sausage versus the turkey sausage links.
Chicken sausage,
sorry. Turkey sausage would
Similar.
be good too.
Yeah.
But way better than pork sausage.
Yeah.
So either one of those would be a good substitute for those there if you're doing something on the grill.
And guys too, just think from like a micronutrient standpoint, you're going to be getting a more natural option, limited antibiotics, limited fillers and things like that with the chicken sausage versus, a lot of these like brats, pork sausages and things like that that are going to be filled with, just a lot of extra things. So definitely be mindful of that as you guys are deciding, a protein source when it comes to links like this. And then really lastly, guys, we just wanted to, highlight sweets for, our sweet tooth people out there. We know there's plenty of you out there that, really struggle, who may really enjoy sweets but are trying to get into a calorie deficit. That can be extremely challenging. A lot of these foods that are filled with a lot of high amounts of sugar are obviously going to be way higher in calories. So we wanted to kind of give you guys a breakdown of 2 options here. Ben & Jerry's, very popular brand, very popular ice cream. One container of that is 1,120 calories versus, a Halo Top, which is a much healthier alternative for only 300 calories. So substantial, an 800 calorie difference, guys. So you guys are seeing here a trend. I feel like a lot of people honestly kind of shoot themselves in the foot when it comes to their nutrition. We just get in a rhythm of eating certain foods and consuming certain protein, carbs, and fats, that we have just consumed always. And, you have to be open to looking at these alternatives because it may just be the thing holding you back, guys. Because trust me, as 2 guys who, aren't naturally lean, we've had to really work to get and maintain that calorie deficit in order to get to where we wanted to be physically and from a performance standpoint. So we just really wanted to provide, you guys options and examples of ways that you can quickly substitute, protein, carbs, and fats and really get the most bang for your buck here, because that's what it comes down to, guys. For a lot of you out there who struggle to eat less and eat in a calorie deficit, this is a real simple way and a simple hack that is going to help you do that. It's just about making those little changes. You guys can see, 1 container of Halo Top, 300 calories, 1 container of Ben & Jerry's, 1,120 calories. Substantially different outcomes on your overall breakdown of your calories for the day. So again, as you guys are navigating the grocery stores, you're navigating restaurants, and you're trying to hit, these goals and prioritize your nutrition, just know that you have options. It's just about doing the work to find those options that work for you, not against you.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, the biggest thing is, like, now you're aware. So as you're going through the grocery store on a weekly basis or whatever it is, actually take the time to look at the back of the packages that you're buying. Like, don't just pick what you have seen on TV in a commercial, like Johnsonville brats, like they have all the We Got the Meats commercials, and so like you're just like grab those and you throw it in your cart because that's what you know. Actually take the time to turn it around, look at the total calories if you want to, and you'll see a substantial difference on which ones are healthier and which ones are not.
Yeah.
And just taking that extra time to do that will make a huge difference as well, and being aware.
Yeah, just be aware, guys, because we've even found circumstances where literally 2 of the exact same exact foods, different brands, substantially different macronutrients. So always check the labels, I'm telling you. All right, guys, well, Jackson's going to come over and see if we got any questions throughout this that we can answer on the fly. If not, we'll kind of just reach out to you guys directly.
Doesn't look like it.
All right, guys, well, hey, thanks for tuning in again. Hope this was helpful, and be tuning in next time.